Hello, good people. Welcome to PIIP, Put It in Perspective. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Ricky.
And first of all, I would like to just thank God for all of our blessings and for all of you that are listening. You're definitely a blessing to us. And we ask that whatever we put out into the universe, that it be a blessing to everyone else.
Thank you.
Today's topic may hit home for a lot of people. But it's about having kids.
Yes.
I don't want kids.
Right.
Right? A lot of women and men in today's society are saying that they do not want children. And so then you have people such as myself who adore children who are like, what? What you talking about? But it's really a thing. I think the first time I heard it was in the workplace from somebody about almost 30 years ago. One of my coworkers said that she never wanted children, but she only gave birth to the children because her then husband at the time wanted children.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it. It blew me away.
Right.
I've always wanted children, right? So it never dawned on me until 30 years ago when I was talking to a coworker and she said she didn't want kids. That's when it actually dawned on me there were people who really don't want kids, but that were afraid to say it.
Right.
She said that she didn't have a good relationship with her kids when they were growing up because she didn't want kids.
Okay.
And that she doesn't have a she has a relationship with her children now because they're adults and she actually likes adults.
But not kids.
But not kids. But again, her husband wanted children, so that's why she decided to have them. Now she doesn't have a relationship back then because it's 30 years ago.
Right,
she didn't have a relationship back then with her grandchildren because she don't like dealing with children.
Right. Okay.
But that threw me off. Like I was like, wait, the what? Who in the world? Wait, what? That was not even a concept to me, right?
Okay.
But as the years have passed and it has become more and more a thing, it wasn't a thing back then. So I was really proud of her for just even admitting that, right? Because she didn't have to admit that.
Right. Yeah.
But it's more and more a thing now for women to say, or men, I don't want children.
Right.
And I'm not shocked by it anymore. I'm actually on the opposite side of it, right? I've grown so much in the years of hearing it and people saying it that I'm actually over here on the side where I say, if you don't want children, please don't have them. Right. Because it affects those children.
Yes.
In such a negative way.
Yes.
When I'm gonna just have this baby because this guy is so cute and I want him to stay with me, so I'll have this child by him. Or it's the right thing to do because I just got married and I know my husband wants kids, and so I'll go ahead and have a child or a couple of children anyway because I know this is what he wants, even though this is not what I want. And it really does affect the children in a negative way.
Yes.
Like we don't think about little people like that, but they can really pick up on your vibe,
energy, everything.
And it comes out in everything that you do.
Yeah.
The way you care for your children, how you treat them.
Yeah.
Like even if your children have the best of, like, you buy them designer everything, right?
Yep.
Because you want your children, you want a certain perspective. You want people to look at you a certain way. You want to put out a certain. You want people to look at you her children have the best of everything, right?
Yeah.
You want them to look at you like you really are
doing something
or in parenting mode. But you're doing it so that nobody judges your children, right?
Right.
And so you buy, you give, but there's no emotion tied to you and your children. There's no emotion or time. Like you don't want to spend time with them. You got to ship them off somewhere every chance you get.
Yep.
And we've seen it on TV for 100 years. Like, I hate to say it, but a long time ago, it was more of a thing in the white community, and not in a black community. You don't send your children anywhere other than maybe to the grandparents, for the summer for our culture, right? But you saw a lot of wealthy people sending their children to boarding schools and and things of that nature. Because they didn't want the kids. They just wanted what it looked like to have this family.
Right.
So I say, if you don't want them, please don't have them.
Please don't.
Please don't. Because I don't care how well you take care of them financially, they're still missing something.
Right.
They're missing that love. They're missing that commitment to them as you being a parent. They're missing that emotion. And I say it again, I don't care how much you think they don't. Children pick up on it.
Yeah, they do.
They pick up on your every emotion.
And then you wonder why they grow up and they become YNs and
resentful. They're just resentful.
Lost out here in the world. And the streets raising them and they learning stuff off TV that's not healthy.
That can even go back to our last conversation in terms of when we were talking about the singer who singers and stars whose children come out. They ain't giving those children everything their entire life except their time and except their time and helping them to become mentally stable people. So they've given them everything financially, but not what they actually needed.
Right.
And so then that's a problem. And I'm not saying that these stars, whatever, didn't want their children. But what I'm saying is that they just weren't in a place to do what they needed to do for their children. And there was no understanding from them for whatever reason that it was going to take more than money to raise these kids.
Right. You think about all their kids messed up. You think about it, some of them. Sometimes, some
aren't. You know, some stars really have grounded their children. I mean, have their children grounded.
But that's like more of the old school.
It is. But I hear. Did you hear that? Did you see that interview that Tyler Perry had where he talked about he flew his son first class one time, and then his son was kind of wanting to fly first class all the time, and then the son's mother and Tyler decided that from then on the mother would fly with the son and that he would only fly coach. That he would not be allowed to fly first class anymore because Tyler wants him to stay grounded and he wants him to have an understanding that this is my money, not yours. And that you will not grow up spoiled and entitled. To me, though, there's a difference between spoiled and entitled, right? Because I think when you spoil, you get whatever. But hopefully you get a sense of, my parents don't have to give me this. All this is, they give it to me because, they love me and blah, blah, blah. But they don't have to.
I think
to me, good. When you're entitled.
No, I think it's good, my bad. I think it's good because it humbles that child. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you... Because think about it. If he flew first class all the time and then he go to school somewhere, then he going to be... That's how them little rich kids, whatever, become bullies.
Well, but rich kids only go to school with rich kids, though. So, I mean, everybody where he is going to have the same thing he has.
Yeah, but every rich kid ain't getting spoiled like that.
Maybe not on that level, though, but I'm just saying. Yeah. But entitlement is that when they get older, right?
Yeah.
And then they think that they're 30 and that their parents are still responsible for them and their parents are supposed to do everything for them.
Right.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that is.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
When you don't want to stand up on your own 2 feet and be responsible for self and do what you need to do as an adult because you were never taught that. Right. You were given everything like I'm supposed to do this for you instead of that's a good one too. Y'all know my brain be dancing all over the place. I'm sorry. But like when you were growing up, I used to tell you all the time, I don't have to do anything for you. No. The only thing I have to do for you is feed you, clothe you, and make sure that you go to school and that you're taken care of. Right. And then I used to tell you, and I used to hate it too, but I used to tell you, I can go get your shoes from the Dollar Tree. Right, I can go and get you some food. I can give you some ramen noodles and some beans. That's feeding you. So I'm doing that. I can go and get your clothes from, the Dollar Tree, whatever. Yeah. They didn't say what I had to get you. Just that you had to be fed and clothed and whatever. All this stuff that I buy you and getting the name brand stuff, and that's extra.
Right, yeah.
That's me doing extra.
Right.
That is not what I have to do. That is what I'm going to give you because you're mine and because that's what I want you to have. But you're not entitled to that now. Don't start thinking that you're supposed to get that.
Right.
And so I think that's the difference.
And voila, look how I grew up.
Yeah. But I think that's the difference though. Because the truth be told, even when you were older, when you got like older, when you were like 17, 18, and we went to the store and I'm telling you that you can get shoes that cost more money now than like what you were accustomed to. Yeah. You still didn't want it. You were like, "Are you sure?"
Weird.
Like,
just weird.
I can get that. Like, you sure? Like
even my pants. Like you be like, "Hey, what about these pants?" I'm like, "These too expensive, Mom."
Those cost too much, Mom.
And they were like only like maybe $30, but I wanted the $10 pants. I was just them cost too much. We can spend it on something else. And so that's true. I mean, it's a good thing to be grounded.
It is,
and humble.
It is. So I'm with it. I'm with him having the son to fly coach, with Tyler Perry having his son to fly coach. I am all about that. Because again, just because I can with my money doesn't mean that that's your money, and that as a 10-year-old, that's what you entitled to. Right. Oh, you know how long it take grown people to fly first class? Some grown people.
I'm still looking forward to it.
Right. So why? So why would I'm not? Because I'm a little bit frugal, y'all. But why would you? Why? Yeah. Why would that be like a thing, or your private jet, so to speak? My child flies.
That's a bucket list.
Do you honestly think when that child is 30 and you say, "Hey, now you got to fly with your money," and let's just say you haven't gotten them in the mindset of making their own money, right? Okay, right. And they like still waiting on you to do everything for them,
right? Yeah.
And you were like or let's just say something happens and you lose all your money.
Yeah.
Because one day you can be up, the next day you can be down. Don't get it that because you're a billionaire today, you can be a billionaire tomorrow.
That's true.
That doesn't work that way all the time.
Right.
So people get set in, I'm always gonna have this. No, nobody told you that. Because let's keep it real. God can change it in the blink of an eye.
Right.
So don't get it twisted that because you up, you gonna always be up.
Right. Yeah.
So let's just say, I'm sorry, I've got on my soapbox. I'm sorry.
Right. No,
let's just say you don't have it anymore.
Right.
How is that child supposed to function? Back in the day, so many people, when the stock market and all of that were crashing, people were killing themselves left and right.
Right, because they
had money and they didn't know what to do without it.
Right, yeah. Yeah, to this day, I'm pretty sure there's some people that's
that's true.
Taking themselves out and
That's true. Because, so we went all the way around the moon just to get back to if you don't want them,
yes,
don't have them.
Right, don't have
because you create a ripple in their life that may take forever to iron out or may not ever come out.
And then you gotta lead them up to other people,
right?
Who gotta deal with that, or it's selfish to me.
And you can tell the difference. Like if you have parents who are blessed enough to have grandparents that take care of the kids or do whatever. God forbid it don't happen. Then what you mean you can't get little Ray this weekend?
Right. What do you mean? I wanted to go out of town with my people. I had plans. What you mean?
And it's actually this is a conversation from the parents. Like you're supposed to get those are your kids and not your grandkids.
Right. Yeah.
All because I really didn't want the children.
Right.
I had them for whatever reason I had them. Everybody's different. They had them for whatever reason they had them.
A trophy.
Or sometimes to prove a point.
Yeah. Point, yeah.
Some men, I've known some men, right, to go out and make a child just to prove a point.
Yeah. Right.
Just to prove that they can actually father a child.
Right. Yes.
Not actually wanting a child,
right?
Or let me say this: not wanting the responsibility that comes with having
and the hardship
a child, right?
Yeah, everything
but just actually wanting to prove a point,
yes,
that they can actually make a child,
right?
And so, but then the flip side, when the child is here, I'm good if I see you once every 3 months. Who? What? How is that healthy for the child?
Yeah, no.
So no. So, of course we try to keep everything short and just kind of sum it all up. But to sum it all up is that I believe this day and age, there's no shame in saying that you don't want children and then making that clear with your partner, right?
Yes.
And then your partner being clear, hey, I don't want them little bad jokers either.
Right.
And y'all, that was funny to me. And y'all, and the two of you be okay with that and go on with your life. And just do what you do together as a happy couple without involving any little faces in that.
And all them generation traumas and that,
No. Right. Are you okay with it now? Or do you still think that's weird? Like when people don't want children? Or you think like you shouldn't have them if you don't want them?
I think it's for the best. I mean, if you really, really don't want them, just don't have them. Because again, you like, how many times have we ever done something as an adult? Like we say we don't want XYZ, or even if we don't want to be somewhere, how many times has that we actually ended up doing what we don't want to do, and it actually comes out your energy, like your energy shows, and your energy is bad because you don't want to be somewhere. So that's the same thing with when you have a child. That you really want kids, but again, you're gonna have that same energy, and then the kid can feel everything, and then and it's just gonna be a bad situation. That's gonna be, just bad for the child. More importantly, a lot of times we don't think about, so sometimes adults are like. Sometimes can be selfish because we don't think about our kids and how our kids feel. We just think about me.
That's true.
And not think about, okay, this child is, going through something and,
That's true.
But
Your mindset. That's what I want to talk about real quick. Because I had the mind, because I wanted children, right?
Right.
My mindset when it came to you was you are 300% my responsibility, right?
Right.
I don't care if you have a dad. I don't care if you have a grandma.
Yes.
I don't care if you have aunts and uncles. You are 1000% my responsibility.
Right.
And here's the part right here. Because I wanted children, I took joy in that.
Yes.
That was joyful for me.
Yes.
I didn't feel tired.
Yes.
I didn't feel exhausted, like in having to do sometimes I had to work 3 jobs, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't feel discouraged. Like if I just took one look at your face, let me tell you, everything was all right, child.
Right. Yeah.
Because I was so thrilled to be your mom that it didn't faze me at all. Right. And yes, I got tired and whatever, like everybody else in terms of work or whatever.
Yeah.
But the joy in your face, like if I saw your face, I wanted to be your mom so bad.
Yeah.
And it was so much my pleasure to be your mom that I didn't care if I had to work 12 jobs. It wasn't a bother to me. It was nothing for me to complain about. Like, I don't think I've ever told you, you should be grateful because I had to work 3 jobs. I have never, because it was all my pleasure just to be your mom.
I mean, honestly, I swear I've never felt that energy before, like from you, that you didn't want to be a mom or that you was exhausted. I never felt that. I mean, you again, if anybody know you, you was always with high spirits and positive, and so and talk. But
Watch your mouth.
So yeah, I've never like felt like, oh well, she don't feel like dealing with me as a child. You was just always positive and high spirit and making sure that I was okay. So so. I mean,
that was the goal, and my goal was to learn. Like as you grow, my goal was to grow with you.
Right.
Like because I was young, and so my goal was to grow with you.
Right.
Young in college.
Yeah.
So my goal was to grow with you. as you grew.
Right.
And because I was so thrilled about the situation, that was just another thing that I was like, yes, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's grow as you grow. And I'm still growing. Yeah. Like even as your mom.
And you now, still like that.
I am still the same. I am.
Yeah, still like that.
I am. I'm such a mom. Like mom is a part of just who I am. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And so grandma comes naturally. Like I am just as much in their business as I am in yours.
Yeah. And probably a lot more actually.
Whatever. But so I would say if you do, great, act like it. Act like it. Be there for your children, support them, and do what you need to do, right? But if you don't, that's cool too. Right. Just don't.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we thank you so much for joining us today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be blessed.
Yes. My bad. I'm sorry. If you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. We ain't gonna charge your pockets or anything like that. If you want a part 2, please let us know. We will do a part 2. But other than that, we'll see y'all in the next podcast. Peace. Bye.